But we need to get on to race number 5 right now, which is the second leg of the Longines International Jockeys Championship. It's Class 4 and it's over the 1,650 metres. Win-Win Fighter carries top weight again, but does race well. Course and distance. Co-partner Era, he was a winner over the 1,650 last season and goes to this distance the second time. This prep ran third behind Rainbow Light first up. Royal Pride carries an extra £6 for his last start win. Spicy Grill 2 starts 1,650 and placed both times. Free Fall, all these wins at Shard 10. Baby has a better record over the 1,200, but is second up where he has won over the 1,650. Star Contact makes his Happy Valley debut. Sunny Delight broke through at start number 21 for his first win, carries an extra £6. Recapping Lyle Hewitson has replaced Yuga Kawada. Kung Fu Tea up in distance to the 1,650 and a gear change with number 12, My Intelligent. He is not wearing a visor. This race a little more open than the first, boys, as far as speed goes. Good to slow, and with My Intelligent in the race, maybe one of a couple that could lead. Nick Freefall is another one that likes to show early pace. Yeah, look, I think, as you say, look, I don't think there's going to be a strong tempo given what we know. So My Intelligent, who has led in his last, 3 starts, he's led, but he is drawn in 12, so he's going to have to come across the field to get to the front. But if there's no competition, then it looks more than possible if he jumps cleanly. Baby's obviously a prominent runner. He's also drawn wide. Ryan Moore will be on board him, and Free Fall, he can also sit prominently as well. And he's drawn best of that trio, Paul and 6, but it certainly looks as if it's My Intelligence for the taking. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Even though he's got the wide draw. I think whatever happens, Royal Pride's going to get a perfect run. 3 back on the inside there, or even trail if he doesn't get across. So I think he's going to get a nice run from barrier 1. Co-partner Era, I think, will go back. Spicy Grill goes back. Kung Fu Tea, he should be towards the back as well. He's back with Lifeline Vision and Star Contact. So that's a look at the speed map for race number 5. We'll move on to some replays now for this. And in the first one, we have a number of horses to look at, and they include last start winner, Sunny Delight. Yes, he finally broke through for that win. Win-Win Fighter meets him better at the weights. That's him in the blue colours with the striped cap. Spicy Grill's been doing nothing wrong. He was better known as a 1,200 metre horse. There's not a lot of him, but he certainly made the step up to the 1,650. And Lifeline Vision, Nicky, hasn't been too far away, but been finding 2-3 horses to beat him home. Who are you taking out of this replay? Well, maybe Spicy Grill, in fact, because like you alluded to, Mark, he's done nothing wrong. Just there, he's got chopped off in his run, and he's had to sort of gather himself up again and go again. But the luck, if you will, has been Lyle Hewitson's, because he's replacing Yuga Kawada, who was due to ride this horse, and Paul obviously on board last time. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? So that works out well for him. He knows the horse, which is an advantage here at Happy Valley. So I'm going to put Spicy Grill in as well. What about Sunny Delight? He took so long to win one. He'd been costly and he breaks through in that race. Is he the sort of horse a bit like Exceptional Nice, consistent, wins one and then goes back to back? It's possible, I think. Look, I'm going to include him as well, because he has been running some pretty good races without winning, and he does go well at Happy Valley as well. And when he won his race, it looked like, how has it taken him this long to win a race? So, yeah, he's going to go in for me as well. I mean, look, he's got some nice form. I know he took a while to win one, but his place form wasn't the worst. And like you say, the way he won last time, he was impressive. And he's beaten 3 of these already. So, they've got to chase him this time. He does indeed. All right, we'll move on to our next replay here. And it features your horse again, Nick Spicy Grill. There he is up along the rail this time. We've also got co-partner Era. He runs 3rd in this race. And Paul, there's Lifeline Vision. He's run 4th here again. He's becoming a little bit like Sunny Delight, running home, thinking next time, when he just can't quite get past another 3 in front of him. Yeah, exactly. And he's going to get quite far back from barrier number 9 as well. So he didn't go in for me, a Lifeline Vision. Co-partner Era, look, he was right on the cusp. He hit the line really strongly, I thought, here. It wasn't a bad run from him. And, of course, he got Zach aboard. He has, and again, just touching on jockeys and obviously the luck of the draw, Vincent Ho rides Lifeline Vision. This will be the 8th time that he's ridden him, so I'm sure he would love to try and win on the horse. Absolutely, and co-partner Era's had 4 starts over the 1,650 for a win, a 3rd, a 4th, and an finish in the top 4 as well, a non-finish in the top 4. Royal Pride, Paul. last start winner, and there he is on the extreme outside part of the track. Hugh Bowman gets the ride for Casper Founds. This was his third go over the 1,650 metres. He won from barrier 4. Gets a good draw of 1 this week.
I think he's going to get the best run in the race, which is quite important in these type of races, especially an even race. Look, he took 18 starts to win this race, didn't he? And the way he hit the line, it was very strongly, a bit like Sunny Delight as well. But from the draw, I think he's a big chance in this.
Yeah, he has to be, doesn't he? And the visor came off last time as well, so that may or may not have played its part. But £6 more, he'll know about it.
He sure will. Now, what about Star Contact, Nick? He's drawn barrier number 11, which is not a plus. He is coming to Happy Valley for the first time now. He has trialled here, but it was way back in December of 2021, so it's been a long time since he's seen the smaller circuit. He's had the 4 starts this time in for a win and a second. This is the placing last time behind Accelerando. Does he look the sort of horse that can handle the swapping of tracks, but he's going to have to rely on some luck from the wide draw?
Yeah, absolutely he will. It's an interesting one, actually, because he's not a neat type of horse. He's substantial enough. There's plenty of him, and he just takes that bit of time to wind up. So he'll certainly need to be on his A game, that's for sure. But the run last time with cheek pieces on, Paul, was better. So you can certainly take plenty of encouragement from that. Yeah,
it was a nice enough run. But again, coming to Happy Valley, barrier number 11, again, that's a concern for me.
Holly Doyle is riding Kung Fu Tea, Paul. I'm sure you've had some time for this horse in the past. Now, there he is there in the orange and blue colours. David Hall trains. He's stepping up from the 12 to the 1,650 metres. Only 2 goes at the trip previously. He has placed. Is there enough speed to get him into this race, though?
I think there could be. You know, sometimes these races are run a little bit faster than you would expect because of the sort of the different jockeys aboard. I'm gonna put him in because, look, his 3 wins have all been at 1,400 metres. He's by shocking, and the 1,650 hasn't been too bad for him at all. So, look, I think he's a chance at a big price.
Yeah, look, he's placed course and distance. I wouldn't want to rule him out. I think all across the board for the international races, the championship races this year, is that they're all very competitive and a lot of horses get their chances.
Is this the most even of them, do you think?
It looks that way, doesn't it? I mean, there's plenty of horses with chances, and there's sort of positives and negatives for a lot of the horses.
Nick, here's Baby in the track work. Now he's second up. He's a bit keen this morning. That's him on the inside of Cigar Buddies, who also runs on Wednesday night.
He does. He was a winner 2 starts back. That was over course and distance, so he clearly handles conditions all right, Paul.
He's drawn wide. Now, they've gone forward, they've gone back in the past. It'll be interesting to see what Ryan Moore does do on Baby. But look, just from that wide draw, he didn't quite make it in.
Would you still prefer him over 1,200 than 1,650?
Well. Yeah, I would.
All right, open races, you said, Paul. Who did you settle on?
I'm going to go with Royal Pride. I know it's to go 2 in a row after taking a long time to win the race, but I just think he's going to get the best run in the race. Barrier number 1, he can be 3 back on the inside, and he can finish off really strongly. A good win from him last time. Kung Fu Tea, now he's the one that's outside the square. He's a 16 to 1 chance. His last win was a 44. He's rated slightly higher at 48. But look, if he can just sit in midfield here with Kung Fu Tea, I like the fact he's stepping up to 1,650, has been placed, and Holly Doyle aboard. Sunny Delight, again, a bit like Royal Pride, took a while to win, but did win nicely. And Spicy Grill, that was a bit unlucky at his last time. The 1,650 looks ideal. He's been placed at his last 2 starts over it. So, as we say, open race, but 3, 10, 9 and 4 in the end.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Paul. I think Spicy Grill unlucky last time for sure, and I put him on top here in the hope that he can go a couple of places better. And recent form for him has not been the worst, in form of the stable. Pierre Ung's absolutely flying, so he can certainly go on top for mine. Royal Pride, look, a winner last time, good draw here. Hugh Bowman's booked for Casper Founds. They've teamed up well, so I think he can certainly run his race. Sunny Delight goes in. Impressive when finally winning last start here in Hong Kong, and he's certainly got the luck of the draw as far as his rider's concerned. And the top one, Win-Win Fighter, I've put him in for 4th. He's another one drawn well, comes into the race in competitive form, having run 2nd on his most recent start. 4, 3, 9 and 1.